Hi everyone, this is Veronica and today we are going to talk about national gas grid. So the government has envisaged to develop the national gas grid and has informed about the operational status. So we'll discuss this in detail. For my video updates you can follow me on Instagram and the Facebook. Also, the PDF of this lecture will be uploaded on the website of the Study IQ. So this is a channel Study IQ. If you're preparing for any government exam, our pen drive and tablet courses are also available. For additional information, you can call on these numbers or you can visit our website too. The PDF will be uploaded here. So from the relevance point of view, how this topic is relevant, from firstly if we talk from UPSC perspective, in your mains paper 3 economy, infrastructure, energy, ports, this topic will be covered under this. And for other government exams as well as UPSC prelims objective level, you should know about the national gas grid program. So here it is, national gas grid. So what are its objective and aims and needs and significance? So at subjective level, the clean fuel across the country, what is the importance, what is the significance that you should remember. So the dimensions that we are going to discuss here are, like, we are going to discuss first what is this policy, what is the mandate of the scheme that it is envisioned for, and then we'll discuss the various benefits and significance and need of this program. So firstly, let's talk about what is the present scenario. So at present, around 16,788 kilometer natural gas pipeline is operational in our country, and about 14,239 kilometer gas pipelines are being developed to increase the availability of natural gas across the country. So these pipelines have been authorized by Petroleum and Natural Gas Regulatory Board. So this is important to remember, because in UPSC prelims especially, the statements the questions are asked. So you can mark it wrong if you don't know which authority is there to regulate it. So this authority, the Petroleum and Natural Gas Regulatory Board, they work at various stages of execution. For example, firstly, there are pre-project activities, then the laying programs where these pipelines are needed, and then there is testing that there is no leakage in these pipelines, and finally the commissioning etc. takes place by this authority. Now we'll discuss the aim and objectives of this national gas grid. So the first objective is to remove regional imbalance. What does that mean? So within the country, we have to remove the regional imbalance with regard to excess of natural gas and provide clean and greener fuel throughout the country. Second is that we need to connect gas resources to major demand centers, the cities which have greater demand for the energy, and ensure availability of gas to these consumers in various sectors. And third is development of city gas distribution networks in various cities for the supply of CNG, that is your compressed natural gas, and along with your PNG, that is your piped natural gas. Now what is the significance here? See, if this is basically right now an envision of the government. So this national gas grid together will provide gas connections to households. It will provide better infrastructure for automobiles, and the national gas grid will also aid in renewing the fertilizer sector, as well as it will boost the power and automotive sector. So you can discuss the importance of this national gas grid. You can relate it to environment, as it is a cleaner and greener fuel. You can relate it to the power sector, as in my previous video I have discussed the troubles with our power sector and the pricing mechanism of electricity in the country. And moreover, we are shifting towards, there's a transition towards the renewable energy source. It will help in this direction also. Then comes your automobile industry. It is very cheap fuel. And for the secondary things, like in my recent videos I was talking about man and animal conflict. So there the rural people, they go deeper into the forest, and then the conflict takes place, and there's a loss of life to the animals as well as to the humans. So if we'll supply these natural gas and piped gas lines in the rural areas also, it will help. It is going to help us in various ways. So there are a lot of dimensions to this topics as well. Now the question is, are we moving towards a gas based economy? Right now, you know, we are an agriculture based economy, and we try to move towards the industries and various other things, renewable energy sources, and now it is about gas based economy. So for this we need to know, we already talked about the objectives of this program. What is the aim here? So basically our aim is to shift towards an environment friendly, the friendlier gas based economy that will lead to social, economic and environmental changes and create an ecosystem here that would help improve living standards and create employment opportunities for the people, right? So how will this move help? So the development of CGDs, these centers, distribution centers especially, that networks will increase the availability of clean cooking fuel or PNG and transportation fuel, that is CNG, for consumers. Then how we are moving towards a gas based economy? So presently the share of gas in the country's energy is a mix. It is just over 6%, okay, but we are aiming to reach 15%, but the global figures are around 24%. So India is taking various initiatives to bring down its carbon emissions also. So we are various initiatives have been taken place, like LED bulbs, you have seen BS6 fuel policy, Solar Alliance, Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana. So we are providing clean piped gas supply to more cities. So it is also a step in this direction to lower the carbon emissions and to make it more environment friendly. So efforts are not only being made to increase the use and supply of gas, but also to produce gas. So our aim is also to produce this gas also, so that so Government of India has put thrust to promote usage of environment friendly clear fuel. So how can we produce this gas? We can produce it through agro wastes, right? Agro waste and other products, and including the same into the distribution network also. So why here we are talking about natural gas? This is the next question. So first of all, you should know that it is a very superior fuel when we compare with the coal. There's a lot of pollution with the coal and other liquid fuels also, and plus it is very safe and cheap, right? So this is the advantage. If you want to know about natural gas, then you should know it is a natural occurring hydrocarbon. So it is a hydrocarbon that majorly consists of methane, but there are other things also, like higher alkanes are there, and then some percentage of carbon dioxide, nitrogen, hydrogen sulfide, but still it is very safe for the environment. And in India we are using it in two categories. One is domestic natural gas and other is imported regasified liquefied natural gas, that is RLNG. So natural gas, plus it is very cheap, as I told you. So natural gas, if we talk about CNG, it is cheaper by 60% if we compare with petrol, and it is cheaper by 45% if we compare it with respect to diesel. So similarly, natural gas, that is PNG, right, it is cheaper by 40% as compared with market price LPG, and price of PNG almost match with that of subsidized LPG based on prices in Delhi I am talking right now. So if an auto rickshaw owner can save rupees 7k to 8k on his monthly fuel bill by conversion from petrol to CNG, so thus even on cost front as well, natural gas is preferable to petrol, diesel and LPG. So you can see here the reasons why we want a transition towards natural gas. So now we'll discuss the way forward. So even if there are shortcomings, or how we can actually implement and move towards this transition. So you know, India's economy's energy needs will rise with time. The population is increasing, the demand for the energy will increase too. So we need some basic and strong structural changes on the several fronts which are necessary to overcome the hurdles related to poor management of energy. So what we can do here, few things for the poor management of energy is, we can improve capital inflows. Next thing that we can do here, we can grow domestic energy production also. We can produce this energy. Third could be, we can increase energy efficiency. Then we can accelerate. Fourth point could be, we can increase or accelerate the transition to more domestic sources of energy. So of high priority should be freeing up energy pricing, that I already talked in my video with the troubles with power sector. So controlled and distorted pricing drives inefficiency in usage, and also it inhibits a supply response at times like now, when rupee depreciation has made domestic energy so much cheaper than imported energy. So definitely India is expected to drive almost a fourth of global energy demand in next 2 decades. So not only should it be pulling its weight on global forums and influence global policy and choices, there needs to be a significant investment in India's specific solution. So the solutions here I'm talking about, there are specifically India specific solution, because if we talk about India's commitment in Paris Agreement, you should know about that. This assumes significance in a country that is now the biggest emitter of greenhouse gases after US and China. India is the biggest emitter, right? So India has made a commitment in Paris Convention that in December 2015 they made this commitment, and commitment is that by 2030 it would reduce carbon emission by 33% of 2005 levels, right? This is our commitment. So this step, national gas grid, is a major step towards this change. Obviously we are working harder on this by bringing in renewable energies also, so this step is also in that direction. Hope here I'm clear. So if you have any queries, you can contact me on social media, be it email, Instagram, Facebook, Telegram channel. Thank you.